Hello, Sally. Why do you still refuse to listen to me? I heard that you're going on a business trip again today. You've been married for 13 years, and you're still stubborn that you don't want to dedicate yourself to do the house chores more often. It seems you've never learned how to be a good wife. Oh, not again. Can you please stop texting me just to let me know about how bad I am as a wife every lunch break at work? It's supposed to be my break time, but I can't take a proper rest because I end up having to deal with you, Helena. Especially on a busy day like today when I'm on a business trip. We live together so we can talk to each other after I get home. I really don't want to be bothered since I'm busy with my work this afternoon. That's why I'm telling you to get off your ass and quit your job. It's not like you're making much money anyway. Even if you quit, your workplace will still be running without a hitch. It's so disrespectful of you to say you're busy. Besides, you have something more important to be done. I think the reason you're not pregnant very often is because you're working. You are already in your 30s and you're not getting any younger. You need to have a baby soon. That's why I want you to stop working. I understand what you're saying, but if I stop working, we won't be able to make a decent living. I don't think it's the right time for me to have a baby, and it isn't easy to just quit my job. I will not have a child until I have enough money saved up. You really are a stubborn woman. Are you telling me that you can't live on my son's earnings alone? That's right. We've talked about this over and over again, didn't we? It's unbelievable. Oh my God. I really don't know why an impudent woman like you came to marry my son. As for me, I was so upset at how modest the amount of the salary was when my husband showed me his payslip. It's really annoying for me to talk about the same thing every day during my lunch break. Huh? My lunch break will finish soon, so please excuse me.
Hey, Sally. It seems that you said something terrible to my mother.
Something terrible?
Like how you don't want to deal with my mom, so you don't call her to text you during your lunch break at work? I heard that you sneered at her for defending me. You said that it's stressful for you to deal with her and so on. She was sad and hurt. She's your mother too, even though both of you are not blood related. You should take a better care of her and respect her more.
Give me a break. I guess that's what everyone will say in this case.
What do you mean?
Your mom is blaming me for everything, and she's talking bad about me in a way that suits her. I said those things to your mom for a good reason, and I wasn't treating her badly. I'm the one who's upset because of what your mom told me.
What? How dare you said that to my mom? She isn't guilty.
Okay, I got it. That's enough. I've been coping with this for about 13 years.
I don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
Never mind about that. I'm at a hotel on a business trip, and I'm just reconfirming the documents I need to submit tomorrow. I need to end this conversation.
Hey, I haven't finished talking with you yet.
Sally, I heard you're on a business trip again today. Yes, I am. You'll be back the day after tomorrow, right? Yes, I will. Is there any possibility of a change of plans? For example, you wouldn't come back a day early or something like that. I can't say. It depends on the situation. Is there a problem with that? Nothing, just checking. I see. Okay, then. Ethan, what does this mean?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I just came back from a business trip, and when I arrived at our house, it seems that all of the furniture and dishes are gone, leaving only my stuff in the house. And there are divorce papers on the living room floor. Could you tell me why?
It's exactly just like what you saw. I'm divorcing you. After talking it over with Mom, we decided to start living separately with you, so we moved out.
Why did you do this today? Did you plan this with your mom? You know that today is our 13th wedding anniversary, don't you? I came home as early as I could to prepare the feast for our anniversary tonight.
Really? Too bad then. I'm sorry for you that you ended up getting divorced on your wedding anniversary.
I know that's not an answer, but I don't care anymore. So are you saying that your mom agrees with the separation and divorce?
That's what I meant.
Understood. But you'll still have to fulfill the necessary responsibilities that come with a divorce.
Responsibilities? Oh, you mean the divorce papers? I don't know why you're in such a hurry, but I've filled my part in the divorce papers. All you have to do is to fill your part and file them. That's it. I'm fulfilling my last responsibility as your husband by doing that. Before you all get dressed up and accuse someone, you might want to check it out. Maybe you were so shocked by the divorce that you couldn't see what was going on in front of you. I guess you're too excited to come home on our anniversary day, weren't you?
Let me ask you something.
What?
What are you going to do with your living expenses from now on?
Excuse me?
Your mom doesn't work, right? You're going to support her with your earnings. What do you think about that? Did you think carefully about that before you decided to divorce me?
Of course. Mom and I have my father's inheritance. So it doesn't matter at all, even if you're not here.
I see. Are you sure you want to file for divorce?
Yes, I'm sure. Just file those papers as soon as possible.
I'll think about it. Sally, as expected, you're home already, right? Ethan and I have nothing to deal with you anymore. The two of you will be divorced. Looks like now is your turn. What do you mean? I got a message from Ethan telling me about the divorce and moving out. I've heard most of what he said, so I'm done. Oh, I didn't know about that. Then there's only one thing I can say. I want to have a grandchild as soon as possible. I think the best thing for me to do is to ask you to step aside and take a new bride in. A new bride? Didn't Ethan tell you about that? Molly is pregnant with his child, and he wants to be married before the baby is born. No, I haven't heard about that at all. Who is Molly? She's a fine woman compared to you, who never fulfills your duties as a wife. I'm sure she'll make a wonderful wife. Since you are so unreliable as a wife, I have already told Ethan to go out with a better woman. So she's the one Ethan was having an affair with. By the way, I'd like to ask you something. Go on. What are you going to do with your living expenses? Huh? If Ethan divorces me, it means you also can no longer rely on my earnings. I don't know if Molly, whose name you just mentioned, is working. She's pregnant, so I made her leave her job. With that, she can have more time with her family. Okay then, so the three of you will be living on Ethan's earnings alone. Yes, that's right. Are you sure you can handle it? You're so rude. Of course we will be fine. After all, Ethan's monthly income is twice of yours. I can live on that without any problems at all. I beg your pardon? Twice of my income? Ethan doesn't make that much money. You're kidding me! The paycheck you showed me before was about $3,000, right? I heard that Ethan earns twice of that, so that would mean he earns $6,000 a month. That's the opposite. The opposite? I'm the one who earns twice. Seriously? I thought you won't believe me, so I decided to show you the payslip. But I didn't realize you had such a big misunderstanding about that. What do you mean? So are you saying that you earn $6,000 per month? That's a lie, because your statement was definitely $3,000 take-home pay. I saw it with my own eyes. You're wrong. Let me put it in simple terms. You are correct that my take-home pay is $3,000 per month. but Ethan earns about half of that. That means $1,500 a month. Stop telling me lies! You didn't even notice about that, even though we're living under the same roof? Your son has changed his job multiple times. In 13 years since we got married, he has changed his job for 7 times. 7 times? I didn't notice that at all. The longest he's lasted is a little over 3 years. He usually leaves after 1 or 2 years. After changing jobs, he needs to start from scratch again. There's no way he's going to get a raise by doing that. That's why you and him were living on my salary. Why didn't you tell me earlier about that? Ethan said he would tell you himself, so I kept out of the matter. I didn't expect him lying to you, trying to look good. Wait a minute! If that's true, how could Ethan divorce you, the breadwinner? No matter how much Molly is important to him, I don't think he would do that. According to his message earlier, he said that both of you will be fine with the inheritance left by his dad. No kidding! There's no such thing from the beginning! I'm sure that's true. Your husband was a man of lavish spending. Anyway, why don't you and your son talk about it face to face once? Apparently, you and Ethan overestimate and depend on each other too much that you are catastrophically lacking in the crucial discussion.
Hey, Sally. I'll give you a chance.
What? Did you have a discussion with your mom?
Yes, I did. I'm going to tell you the result now. Listen to me carefully.
No, I don't want to.
I'll tell you that the only way you don't have to get a divorce from me is to give everything you earn to me and Mom. In other words, Mom and I will be in charge of the household finances from now on. I'll give you $100 as a monthly allowance and you'll deal with that. If you agree to these terms, we won't get divorced, and I'll tell you where we're moving.
I see.
If you want to be a family with me in the future, you're going to have to put up with me treating you like an ATM. The truth is, I want to divorce you, but my kind-hearted mother said that she wants to save you. Accept it gratefully, respect us from now on, and work hard and diligently as a wife.
I can't, because I'm going to live in the United Kingdom.
No way! United Kingdom?
A while ago, the company approached me about an overseas assignment, or at least hinted at it, and I was wondering about that. But you and your mom said that you were moving out and you want to divorce me. That's what made me decide to take the plunge. I guess I should thank you guys for giving me the push. I need to improve my career, right?
Huh?
So, I'm getting a divorce and I'm accepting the offer of an overseas assignment.
What?
They asked me if I was willing to take a permanent assignment and live there, so I said yes to them today. I'll come back to the US only for vacation or stuff like that.
No way! The divorce papers are already filed.
Yeah, I filed those this morning before work to sort things out. You told me to file them as soon as possible, so I did. I did as you wanted and got them out right away. Is there a problem?
There's nothing but problems. I've been told that I won't get my father's inheritance, which I was counting on. How am I supposed to make a living since my mom doesn't work?
Well, you better think about that by yourself and solve it. Anyway, I'm going to charge you alimony for your infidelity.
Alimony? Why?
I'm sorry. I know you thought you were hiding it from me, but I was fully aware of it and have been gathering evidence since a while ago. And your mom talked about Molly, the woman you're having an affair with, on WhatsApp yesterday. I pretended not to know and asked her. She was bragging about it.
What?
I was laughing so hard, thinking that you and your mom should work together a little better. I've already asked my lawyer to take care of everything else. We're strangers now.
Sally, wait!
Hey, Sally, we got a content certified mail. How do you know where we're moving to? That house is an empty house managed by your husband's brother, right? Huh? He complained to me that Ethan and you are living there without permission.
What?
The divorce has already been finalized, so I'm not related to you and Ethan anymore. But your husband's brother was very angry, so I told him about what had happened. He agreed to cooperate with me until the matter is settled.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the content-certified mail you received. Let me put it simply. I'm going to demand compensation for infidelity, so Ethan needs to pay me in one lump sum. That's what it says.
Alimony? Why does my son have to pay alimony?
Ethan cheated on me, and I have the right to demand it. By the way, Molly has already paid it.
What?
Ethan told her that he has his father's inheritance that never existed. In fact, she lied about the pregnancy, said she'd leave him if he didn't give her money, and went back to the countryside. She's a fast runner, isn't she?
Her pregnancy was a lie? Then what about my grandchildren?
You won't see any of them anywhere at the moment.
What?
By the way, Sally, you can get back together with Ethan. I don't want to. I'm going to the United Kingdom.
United Kingdom?
Ethan should know about this, but it seems that we're not exchanging enough information again. Or are you so overconfident in your son that you don't want to embarrass him whom you trust?
How dare you talk to me that way?
Just ask Ethan about the details, okay?
Hold on a second, Sally.
Goodbye. So that's how it is. Now, I'm moving to the head office to prepare for an overseas assignment, and I'm planning to go to the United Kingdom in 6 months. When I told my parents who live in the countryside, they said that they'll sell the family house and go there with me. My company has arranged the company housing for us, and we are currently living there temporarily with my parents. The other day, my ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law, after paying alimony, stormed into my parents' house, which had already been sold. It seems that they came to ask me to pay back the alimony because they could no longer live on their debts. They destroyed the yard, broke a window, and broke in, and the police were called. As a result, the current owner, a real estate agent, charged them with a lot of money and ended up increasing the amount they need to pay. They are now both insulated from all relatives and continue to work day and night just to pay off their debts.
Heather, is this a good time for you? I have something important to tell you. Please listen to me carefully.
What's wrong, honey?
I know it's not really something I should be saying on a message like this, but
Just tell me now, okay? I need to know.
I'm sorry, but I want a divorce.
What? Why?
Actually, I'm going to be working for a subsidiary company for the rest of the year. I don't think I can go back there.
Oh, I see.
I was supposed to be able to come back at the end of the year, but due to some personal issues, it's been decided that I'm going to stay here until retirement.
I see. But why does that mean we're getting a divorce?
Because you're a full-time employee with an important position. Also, Mary just got a job at the company she wanted to work for. And Jerry doesn't want to quit from the high school he worked so hard to get into, right? I can't ask all of you to come here since you all have your own futures there. I think it's best for everyone's happiness to stay where they are. That's why the best solution is for us to get divorced, so that we can stop worrying about each other.
I guess you're right. Mary and Jerry are both grown up now. I'm sure they'll be fine without their father.
Of course, if you have any problems, I'm always here for you.
Okay, let's have a divorce.
Thanks for your understanding. I'm glad that we managed to get an amicable divorce. You're such a good wife, Heather, and I'm proud to be your husband. Thanks to you that I can focus on my work with peace of mind.
You really think so?
Yeah, I really do.
I mean, you're not saying that I'm a good wife, but you're saying that I'm just a convenient wife, aren't you?
Huh?
I rather consider myself a reasonable person. I'm the type of person who sassily throws away trash I don't need. Besides, it's not your job that you're devoted to. It's your affair, isn't it?
Of course not. What are you talking about? Huh?
I already know that you had an affair with a young woman while you were working alone.
What? How come?
When Mary was on a company leisure trip, she was staying at the same hotel as you guys. Moreover, I heard that you didn't notice Mary at all when you walked past her in the hallway.
Oh, I didn't notice that she was there.
When she came home, she reported in tears that her father had found himself a young woman. Mary said that you were so infatuated with the young woman that you didn't even recognize your own daughter. Shame on you, Gordon.
No, that's a misunderstanding. Mary must have seen me together with my co-worker. She is a grown-up now, but she's still young, so I think she must have misunderstood that.
No need for excuses. After receiving that report, I hired a detective to investigate. The young woman is a daughter of the branch manager who is your boss, right? Her name is Miranda. You incurred the branch manager's wrath, so you were fired for various reasons and became unemployed. Now, you're living with Miranda, who was disowned by her parents, and you're her pimp.
I see. You already know that much. Then it can't be helped. That's right. I was having an affair.
So you finally admit it. Listen, here's the deal. I'll agree to a divorce, but I'm also going to charge you exactly what you owe me in alimony.
Wait a minute.
What?
If you've done an investigation on us, you'd know that we don't have enough money to pay for the alimony.
So what?
So, since we're at this point, I'm gonna go easy on you. Why don't you pay for my alimony?
Excuse me? Do you even know what alimony means?
I know. You're trying to get me to pay you alimony because I'm bad, right?
Then why are you saying those words? There's no way, anywhere in the world, that a victim would pay alimony to a perpetrator.
Actually, Miranda is pregnant and apparently it's twins. I'm sure it's going to cost me a lot of money.
So you're asking me for alimony?
Why not? You've always earned more money than me, and I'd really like to ask you to pay for the child's upbringing. Just like Mary and Jerry, the unborn child is my precious child. I want to raise them the same way.
Are you out of your mind?
Huh?
People say having an affair makes you crazy and looks like it's really true.
Hey, you can't talk that way to me no matter how much you want to.
All you care about is your unborn child. But we have Mary and Jerry too. Mary witnessed her father's infidelity and she's mentally damaged. Jerry is so angry that he said he's going to do everything he can to get rid of you. Not only they are fine without their father, but everyone is working together to get rid of you.
So tell them this. Even though I'm away from them, I'll always think of you all. They will always be my beautiful daughter and son.
Message from Jerry. He said that he doesn't want a father who is stupid and you must pay for the alimony and get the hell out of our life. Mary agrees with that too.
What? Are both of them there? Mary! Jerry, let's talk!
Jerry says not to ever call yourself his father again since you are an adulterer. Mary is nodding at his words. Well, that's the way it is. I'm going to follow the children's opinion and file for alimony against you.
Wait a minute! I've got a life over here!
I don't give a shit! I've hired a lawyer, so I'll have him visit you there in the near future.
Heather! Wait! Let me talk to you for a minute! I've told you that I don't have any money!
Please go into debt or whatever you have to do and pay for your alimony.
I'm going to have twins, and you want me to borrow money?
Why don't you turn your stupid brain around and think of a better solution then? I'm gonna block you from now on. Goodbye, son of a bitch. After this, my ex-husband was so desperate to stop the divorce that it took him 3 months to finally file it. He needs to pay for the alimony in a lump sum, although he couldn't get much, so he had no choice but to borrow money. I was told that my earnings would be sufficient to pay for Jerry's upbringing. I do not receive any child support money for Jerry because he said that he would rather earn it himself than use the money received from an idiot adulterer. However, my ex-husband seems to be a pimp even now that their child is born. He has been asking me for child support by letter, and for some reason, he even asked me to get back together with him. He still seems to be the idiot he was. Naturally, I've been ignoring him, but I'm considering moving out and banning him from seeing me.